Matthew, thank you for that overview. Let me go ahead and start by introducing myself. Angel here. I am a Columbia University graduate. I studied history and mathematics. Um, then, while I was at Columbia, I started this edtech company called Leaders Working, which helps low-income, high-achieving students get into top colleges, develop their own community programs, and land jobs at Fortune 500 companies. That was acquired by Bloomberg. And after Bloomberg, I got an opportunity to go ahead and work in venture capital, investing in SaaS and next-gen commerce companies. So companies like Jet.com, which was acquired by Walmart for over $2 billion, Latch, which IPO'd for over $2 billion, Coupang, which is a Korean e-commerce company that was valued at over $100 billion. Those are some of the things that I got a chance to work on. And while I was working in VC, I said, wow, it's amazing how founders would, leave their cushy Fortune 500 jobs to go ahead and take an idea they really believed in, to try to take it and turn it into a product and turn it into a business. And I said, I want to learn how to go ahead and do that. And so I got a chance to go ahead and work at Facebook, now Meta, on the Facebook Live product, and the awesome responsibility of shipping that to 1 billion plus users. Then at Google, working on our Google Analytics 360 platform, so combining what was then Google Analytics and also our DoubleClick, which was then Google's largest acquisition, into one advertising platform targeted around advertisers that spend a lot of money with Google. And then I got advice around, really you should go ahead and focus taking your career where you believe the world is going to be in 10 years. And I firmly believed after those experiences that the world was going to be dominated by AI. Looks like I was right. Have a good AI, you need good data. 80% of the world's data is with large enterprises. Who works with all the large enterprises? IBM. So I got a chance to go ahead and work at IBM Watson, mainly leading our NLP products, so Watson Assistant, Discovery, Natural Language Understanding, etc. I also got a chance to combine some of my experiences building products and in the world of entrepreneurial VC. And I started our AI incubator, where we invited like entrepreneurs within IBM to come pitch their multi-million-dollar businesses, and kind of like Shark Tank, then go ahead and scale up. And now I'm leading our Watson X Code Assistant, so all around generative AI and automation to build these really customizable end-to-end solutions. So that's a little bit about myself. And to wrap up, I'm really passionate about AI ethics, building AI responsibly, diversity and inclusion. I believe the best teams are diverse, and that comes beyond just socioeconomic, race. You really have to have diversity in all corners, from development, product management, engineering, design, etc. And of course, I'm really passionate about generative AI and what that means. So that's a little bit about myself. Let me go ahead and walk you through a personal story of how you can go ahead and highlight your experiences to go ahead and make the most out of your own brand. So if you look at this, you can kind of come across a couple of key things. So my brand is, I'm a product guy, I'm an innovation guy, I'm an entrepreneur guy. These are the types of things that categorize myself. So, leveraging these, these key traits, I really try to drive home this. And where this kind of led to an opportunity is, about 3 years ago, I was asked by IBM senior leadership, why don't you come and pitch to us what you would go ahead and do if you were one of us? And I said, and they gave me this notice on like a Sunday afternoon, and they said, okay, come present to us on Monday. And so I said, all right, what can I go ahead and do, and what does IBM need? And so I thought, again, IBM has great customers, great heritage, but when you think about IBM, you may not even know we're doing a lot of cool stuff around generative AI, around quantum. We are a little slower just by our largesse to go ahead and move and innovate. What if we can go ahead and create a space within IBM where you can go ahead and innovate, run like a startup, but still leverage all the goodness that comes with IBM? So that was my idea. That was the incubator that I had proposed. And the way I really leveraged that was using my experience as my brand. I said, you know what? I got a chance to work at these cutting edge companies like Facebook and Google. I got a chance to go ahead and be in the VC world, right? These companies at the time, they've become larger, are lean. It's progress, not perfection. asking for forgiveness, not permission. Now, you got to do things right, but for the most part, it's about moving fast and getting that cyclical life cycle. So I used those experiences, my brand, and said, okay, what if we can go ahead and create that space? We can really go ahead and run with it. And so that's an example of how I used my past experiences, the way I positioned myself to go ahead and really make my value proposition, this idea of having our own incubator, really much more powerful. And then going ahead and taking it to the next level. So with that said, let me go ahead and walk you through a little bit more about how you can go ahead and craft your own unique value proposition to go ahead and get folks excited, whether it's virtually and in person. Research all around shows that you only have 14 seconds to get noticed online. Say it's almost similar in person. Like, first impressions matter. There is a reason why all around you see all the big companies investing a lot of money into Reels, into TikTok, into these short video formats, because they understand that we have a short attention span. They understand that first impressions matter. So understanding this, recognizing it, it's a huge step in the right direction, because now you can go ahead and take advantage of this to really go ahead and unlock how you can go ahead and stand out. And so if you only have 14 seconds, what are you doing? I think within 14 seconds, you're doing an abbreviated elevator pitch of what you want to go ahead and get across. Now, you don't have to do all 4 of these things. I recommend 3 of the 4. But in general, you want to be covering some of these key things in everything that you do. And I really believe, again, these are your core tenets. This is your brand, and everything you do has to tie back to that. And so, again, your elevator pitch, you want to go ahead and talk about, what are you building, right? What is it that is unique about what you're doing today? What is exciting? It can be something you're studying about. It can be something that you're building in your internship. It can be something that you're working towards in your career on the side. What are you building? Give me that hook. What have you accomplished? Give me quick 1 or 2 things, really 1 thing, because you don't have much time, of what makes you stand out. So if it were for me, I would go ahead and highlight, depending on the audience, whether I built the incubator like I'm doing today, or maybe an experience I had, working with the startup. What is my superpower? You have to go ahead and define. For me, I like to go ahead and say my superpower is empathy at scale. Getting a chance to work with a lot of different stakeholders to go ahead and drive unlocked innovation. And what am I looking for? Right? The best way people can go ahead and help you is by understanding, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for an internship? Are you looking for a job? Don't bury the lead. Let people know what you're doing. Maybe you're just looking for community. Maybe it's just you're looking to build your network. What type of people are you looking for? The reason why this is important is because then once you make that impression, when you come across something, you're going to be, okay, Billy was looking for this. Matthew was looking for that. Alexandra you're top of mind. But if they don't know what you're looking for, they can't think of you. So these are some of the things I recommend you write that out, and you pick 2 or 3 of these things to go ahead and highlight. Those are your brands. Those are the things that you tie back to. All right, putting it all together. So I believe that building your online presence is super important. And obviously, there's always room for improvement, for myself included. Leveraging LinkedIn is a great way to go ahead and scale your brand. The first thing you want to go ahead and do is define your brand. Update your profile to showcase your unique value proposition, right? You want to put that in your title, right? Who are you? What are you doing? You want to make sure that your experiences tie back to that. So everything I just highlighted is on my LinkedIn. Then you want to go ahead and do that thought leadership, right? To start gaining that digital footprint. You can start by sharing content. You can start creating content that shows your point of view and reinforces your unique value proposition. And consistency matters, right? One of the things I'm working on is like setting a goal of like always posting on LinkedIn once a month. That is a goal I set for this year. It doesn't have to be something huge. The more you do it, the more you're going to go ahead and get eyeballs and help the algorithm make sure that it's prioritizing what you're doing and your unique value proposition. And then finally, attending events and network, right? You want to go ahead and virtually attend events, and even better in person, so that you can go ahead and amplify your network and your brand. As you're meeting people, as you're connecting on LinkedIn, they'll start following your content. You'll start seeing what they're doing and how that optimizes your brand. So in all, these are some of the things that I recommend. You don't have a lot of time, but if you can go ahead and take advantage of this snapshot data point and go ahead and create a nice little preview of who you are and what you bring to the table, you are well on your way to go ahead and stand out. For anyone that wants to reach out to me, my email is very simple. It's angel@ibm.com, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Happy to answer any questions.